Two videos in, we have covered what EEAT actually means in 2026 and how to build experience, expertise, and authority. Now we close the loop trust layer. AI extractability, the missing layer almost nobody talks about, and the full execution checklist you can apply starting today. Let's get into it. Trust. This is the inclusion filter. Even if your content demonstrates genuine experience, even if it signals deep expertise, even if your brand has strong authority signals, trust is what determines whether AI systems actually include your content in their outputs. And trust in AI search is defined very specifically. It is the reliability validated through consistency, accuracy, and verifiable signals, not claimed, verified. Here is what that means practically. AI systems evaluate content that can be validated through data, examples, or measurable outcomes. Unsupported claims create uncertainty, and uncertainty reduces selection probability. Instead of stating conversion improved, document it. Traffic growth from 5,000 to 12,000 monthly visits, conversion rate change from 2.1 to 3.8%, achieved within 60 days. That transforms a vague claim into verifiable proof. And verifiable proof is what trust based AI systems require. According to Edelman, 81% of users say trust influences their content consumption decisions. AI systems are trained on human behavior. They prioritize the same signals humans do, proof over claims, specifically over generality, consistency over one off wins. The second component of trust is consistency across your entire content ecosystem. Trust is not evaluated page by page, it is evaluated across your brand. AI systems analyze patterns across multiple pages to determine reliability. If your messaging is inconsistent, if your positioning shifts from one page to page, if your content qualifies very significantly, those inconsistencies weaken your overall trust signals. Maintain consistency in structure, positioning, and quality across everything you publish. Every piece of content should reinforce the same brand voice, same area of expertise, and the same standard of proof. The third component of trust is clear authorship. Content without clear ownership lacks credibility signals. AI systems need to associate insights with identifiable entities, real people, or consistent brand voices. Attribute content early. Build author profiles that establish expertise and ensure that the person or the brand claiming the expertise has a consistent presence in that AI systems can validate against. Now, the missing layer, AI extractability. This is the one almost every EEAT guide ignores, and it might be the most important practical layer of all. Extractability means structuring your content so that AI systems can efficiently interpret it, break it into logical sections, and reuse insight independently. Here is the problem: you could have the most trustworthy, most experienced, most authoritative content in your niche. But if it is buried inside dense, unstructured paragraphs, AI systems cannot efficiently process it. They cannot extract the key insight, they cannot reuse it in a generated answer. So they do not. And your content, despite being excellent, never gets cited. Here is what AI optimized structure looks like. Start each section with a direct standalone answer to a specific query, not an introduction to the answer itself. Then follow it with a supporting context and explanation. Use clean headings that reflect the intent of this section, not clever titles, intent based labels. Keep sections tightly scoped, one idea per section, one concept per block. Use short answer blocks for definitions. Use numbered steps for processes. Use tables for comparisons and maintain consistent terminology throughout. Do not use three different phases to refer to the same concept. Pick one term, use it consistently. Every time you switch terminology, you create ambiguity for the AI system. Let me give you the full execution checklist. This is what we apply to every content asset when building for AI visibility. 1. Start each section with a direct standalone answer to a specific query. 2. Structure content so each block can be extracted and reused independently. 3. Highlight insights that can be cited without requiring additional context. 4. Keep sections tightly scoped to avoid mixed context and dilution. 5. Maintain consistent terminology to reinforce entity clarity across the content. 6. Use verifiable data, specific outcomes, and real proof instead of generic claims. 7. Establish clear authorship and consistent brand voice. 8. Distribute content consistently across platforms to build entity level authority signals. 9. Update content regularly to maintain freshness signals. And 10. Ask ChatGPT and Perplexity how they currently describe your brand. Use the gaps you find to identify exactly what your content needs to fix. Let me bring this full circle with what this actually means for your brand. AI search has changed the rules of visibility. Content is no longer competing to rank, it is competing to be trusted, understood, and used. Most content fails before it even reaches a user because it lacks proof, structure, and clarity. The brands that win in AI search are not the ones publishing the most, they are the ones demonstrating real execution, structuring knowledge clearly, and maintaining consistent authority signals across everything they publish. Over 68% of AI answers come from high authority domains. That is not an accident. Those brands have built content systems that consistently pass the qualification filter, not because they were lucky, but because they were deliberate. If your content does not qualify, it never gets used, and the gap between qualifying and not qualifying is not as large as most people think. It is structure, proof, and consistency. Three things that can be implemented starting with your next piece of content. If you want us to audit your existing content against this framework and show you exactly what needs to change to qualify for AI generated answers, check the link in the description. See you in the next one.